Say Brian May from Queen has weird taste in music. Most people go with, Monster Mash, stuff like that for Halloween. But it's fine. This is frightening in its own. 34 minutes after the hour. Fridays with Frangela. Neighbor Doug. It's Neighbor Doug is filling in for the vacationing Chris LeBoy. Nightwing is here, of course. Dear God. Okay. And Frangela, okay. I can't look directly at you. But let's, I hate to do this to you. I always hurt the ones I love the most. Kevin McCarthy.
How many of your Republican members do you expect to vote in favor of it? And have you talked to any of them who have previously voiced support about not supporting it?
I've heard from some who said they would have supported it before, but when the President Biden and Speaker Pelosi made it one bill, many of them pulled off. I don't expect few, if any, to vote for it if it comes to the floor today. I don't know if it'll make it to the floor.
Okay. Frangela, despite this douchebag, douche canoe, douche nozzle, whatever you'd like to call Kevin McCarthy, we've been, listen, it's a frustrating process to watch, but Pramila Jayapal, who we trust, who we did Seattle Sexy Liberal with, it seemed optimistic. I trust her. And, first of all, we should focus on that 100% of Republicans are against everything in these bills, right, that will help any American in any way. We have two problems, Manchin and Sinema. That's it. 99% of the of Democrats are for all this stuff, and there's still a lot of good stuff in here. How are you feeling about all of this? All of this sausage.
Yes, when Representative
Jayapal,
thank you, girl.
Yes.
When she came out yesterday and was like, you know what, I am hopeful. I'm going to tell you something. That really lifted my spirits. I was like, okay, here we are. And this is the wonderful thing about Democrats. We are going to work together. We're going to figure out a path. We care about people and Americans. There's so much good in this bill that I don't think that either one, I don't think Manchin or Sinema can walk away from it, you know, in any kind of way. They're going to make it work. They're going to figure it out. That made me go, okay, it's going to happen. And then we're going to move to voting rights.
And, Eric Swalwell yesterday was on with us and said, this is basically, he was talking about what's in it is the best since FDR, really. And then we can build on it like we did Medicare and Social Security. And of course, nobody got everything they wanted in it. But it's like you say, Francis, that's what people are not focusing on is all the good that still is in the bill. I don't know, Travis. Again, it's hard to know what is going to end up in the final thing. But somebody was reporting that Kyrsten Sinema has agreed on the some form of prescription drug, pricing,
I thought that was
which would be
Engel
fantastic.
had said something about that.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, when here's the thing: when people are looking at without insurance, $3,000. Prescriptions, we've got to figure that out. And especially for the government who buys the most pills through Medicaid. Yeah. It is very important that we get these prescription prices down. And because we're about to have even more people on Medicaid.
And like 90% of Americans are for that, right? Yes. I mean, that's what's frustrating is, just this constant. It really doesn't matter anything other than what a Manchin and Sinema want, right? I mean, that's where we're at. And we need to make them irrelevant. We need to get so many Democrats in 22 that nobody puts a microphone in their face ever again. Yes, right. Angela.
And then we got to get rid of them. Now, I think Sinema might be taking care of herself. I'm not sure she's going to even run again because she's clearly advocating for some other position. Right.
There was just a poll, Angela, saying any Democrat beats her by 30 points. Anybody.
We're running from Los Angeles.
In those costumes. In those costumes.
As Benny Gesserit. On the Benny Gesserit ticket.
Kevin in Chicago, you're on with Frangela. Hello, Kevin.
Hello. I'm loving this costume parade today. Although when I
tuned in and I saw Jody was there, I thought it was Tuesday. I started stress eating.
Yes.
I'm like, no.
Well,
But,
listen, wait till we post the picture of Travis's ass in the spandex later. It is really a thing of wonder and beauty. It really is. And I'm a gay woman, but it is like
we've bated breath.
Yes, go ahead.
So I wanted to call because the New York Times posted that Adam Kinzinger said he was not going to be running for re-election next year. I
just said that. You cannot miss a minute of the Stephanie Miller Show. I reported that already, Kevin.
I'm sorry. It must have been when I was trying to get through. Anyway,
okay, all right.
But so it implies he's seeking higher offer. And I, Kevin Louise Taylor of the Detroit Taylors, that's my last name.
Yes.
I said this a long time ago that he was going to try and unseat Tammy Duckworth for senator next year because he's being edged out because of redistricting.
Right.
And I said this weeks ago. And I wanted to remind everyone that he voted with Trump over 90% of the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is his record. So thank you for coming out and being anti-Trump, but I think he did it as a ploy to try and appeal to moderate Illinoisans to try and take Senator Duckworth. And no thanks, vote blue. Sorry.
Yeah, no thanks. No thanks. We'll stick with Senator Duckworth. Okay.
Don't get it twisted. They're not for a different agenda. Liz Cheney voted with Trump more than most of these people who say who threw her out of leadership.
Yep.
They just don't believe in an insurrection and in the ending of democracy.
Yeah, they voted against voting rights. So they voted for the bills that are behind the big lie.
That's right.
It doesn't make any sense.
When their lives were threatened, that's what they're upset about.
Yeah.
Like, don't get it. This isn't even at the base of it. I don't think is even a decent impulse towards protecting our democracy. They're pissed that they hid under tables and had oxygen tents on and had to run out of their job and that they have to live in terror. And they have every right to be. They were assaulted. Everyone there was assaulted and threatened. But that's what they're against. They're not against Trump's agenda.
Is that a wand? Is it a magic wand? It's very tiny. Is it tweezers?
It's a gom jabbar.
Girl, it's a gom jabbar.
It's very small. I don't know if you're taking your temperature. I don't know if that was just up your ass. I don't know what it is. I know you're trying to make a point with it, but it's very,
cut a bitch with
it's
it,
very
is what
small.
she'll do.
It's very small. I'm just saying it's ridiculous.
I'm going to have you put your hand in my box, and then I go and put the gum.
Threaten her with a good time.
Angela Louise Shelton.
And let me tell you something about her box. It's a fiery hot mess.
It's
going to burn your hands. It's going to test you. It's going to take you to your limit.
See if you're a human.
Yeah.
I get this. I get what they're saying.
All right. I'm scared. Sarah in New York, you're on with Frangela. Best of luck again. Hi, Sarah.
Hi. Oh my gosh, I love you guys so much. My only point is that I do not understand why it's completely okay to run Democrats through hearings after hearings. You know, Hillary Clinton testified for so long, and I know this will never happen, but I want Trump to testify at the January 6th Commission. I want someone to say to him, when Black Lives Matter protesters were behind gates, you had National Guards, you were hiding behind a bunker. And how would you have felt if you were in the Congress that day when people were marching around chanting, "Hang Mike Pence"? You know, you were so scared that day. How would you feel if that had been you that was sitting there?
Remember
Remember
how upset he got about us calling him a bunker bitch, little bunker bitch? Remember he was hiding in his bunker?
He got so upset that it was even leaked that happened. You know, it's completely ridiculous because you know he would have been pooping in his pants, in his diaper.
Sarah, you just gave me a visual. If he had to testify for 11 hours, like Sarah Palin, first of all, poopy diaper. Second of all, like the orange would be going down like Rudy Giuliani, like, you know, shoe polish on his face, just sweating, orange running down, right?
Exactly. His toupee would slide to the side. You know, we would get like a whole nother visual that no one wants.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
We know how he would have felt because he wouldn't even walk to the Capitol with the insurrectionists. He sent them there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't go.
Well, John Eastman just got the coup memo author, just got caught on tape this week saying, oh, yeah, well, he didn't go because the violence already started. Oh, I'm sorry, the violence that he incited.
Yes.
I see. And he's too much of a...
No. Wouldn't speak against for hours, and then when he allegedly does speak out against the violence, what he really says is, "We love you.
You're very special, very special people.
Go home right now." And of course, they didn't listen. You know why? Because you can't control crazy. Once you let it loose.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm also interested in all the takes of the video that he made before the one they finally said, oh, he finally said the things he needed to say. What was he saying before that? And where is that tape?
Yeah. Yeah. All of it. All of it. Glenn Kirshner is channeling me. He is, just as frustrated. I mean, I get it. They don't talk about ongoing investigations, but oh my God, they better be.
They do when it's Hillary.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Preach, girl.
I'm just saying to my grave too, Stephanie, to my grave. Are y'all happy now? Are y'all happy now?
Yeah. Was that the whitest preach girl you have ever heard in your career?
Look, the Black Benny Gesserit don't play.
We don't play.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go to Johnny in Texas here on with Frangela. Hello, Johnny.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I have a simple suggestion for people on our side when they approach Democrats in office, like the woman in Arizona who approached Miss Cinema in the restroom. The cinema was ignoring her everywhere else.
Yes.
Is you can be nice at first when you ask a question, but when they ignore you like that, you immediately switch to badass because their side is used to being treated tenderly by liberals all the time. We're the people of nice. We're the people of rules. We're the good cops versus the bad cops in the Republican Party. So why don't we try some of that for a while? Because after all, they're humans and they respect authority and bullies and strong people just like any other voter.
Yeah, but not her. I don't know what. I'm done. I'm done. I am done with her. As I announced at Sexy Liberal, I will not even hate her anymore. That's offers off the table.